Oh, man. Another day, another dollar. Time to provide for the Stonewall family once more with my hot dog stand. I'm really excited. The coronation is in a couple of hours. I'm pretty excited. Oh, you, sir. Would you like a tasty, delectable treat? Oh, you want something else? Wait, no. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop! No! Hello, welcome back to Roll for Rivals, the actual play Dungeons & Dragons show dedicated to splitting the party with a twist. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Lagg, and today we are watching Episode 2, The Hands That Lead Us. Previously, we watched the villains crawl through the Dungeon of Remembrance retrieving the relic, unleashing a horde of zombies on the poor town above. On the hero's perspective, we watch them fend off against this horde and attempt to save the city. Thank you for watching, and let's roll for Rivals. Hello and welcome back to the villains. We are with Zane and Gabe playing their respective characters Ozen the Oozen and Eekery. Last time we jumped through the portal to escape the Dungeon of Remembrance. Today we're trying to save Balshot, or whatever. I guess however y'all feel about him. And evade or kill the skeleton minotaur. So, I guess let's start off this episode with a dice roll. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh.
I grabbed everything beforehand. I forgot to grab the dice.
How do you forget the dice?
let me grab those real quick.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Got my dice now.
Well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The skeleton minotaur rolled a 10 on his initiative. And Balshot rolled a 4.
I rolled a humble 16.
Yes, humble knight.
Yes.
As soon as I change up my mic, I'm going to move to live dice, because I missed wanting to eat them.
Oh god, the intrusive thoughts.
I got an 11 for my roll.
Alrighty, well, it looks like it goes Ozen the Oozen, Eekery, Skeleton Minotaur, and Balshot. So, let me go ahead and set the stage for you guys. As you guys jumped through the portal, you see the skeleton minotaur pinning Balshot to the ground with his horns. However, you hear the crumbling of the dungeon in the distance and the beam of light shooting up. Then that ominous message that the ghoulish face in the sky speaks. The skeletal minotaur stops his attack against Balshot and stares up into the sky. You really did it. You really grabbed the relic, didn't you? And then he looks at you, Zane, and notices the relic, the artifact, just floating in your blubber body. And he looks at you, and you notice his blue magical eyes change to red. I need that back.
Well, what do you mean by need? Like, how bad do you really need it?
I mean, it could be the end of the world if you don't give it to me.
Okay, I guess I'm willing to hear you out.
Listen, there's a reason that these artifacts were placed in these dungeons. There's a reason why they're locked away. There's a reason why our graves have been forgotten. And that's to hide these artifacts. And now, you've just unleashed an undead horde on this perfectly fine village.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. It'll be alright.
No, the horde is alright. What comes after will not. Hand it to me. And he puts out his hand.
Can I try for a sleight of hand check?
Sure. Roll sleight of hand.
Okay, so in my explorer's pack, I have like 10, I guess like cast iron black pythons. I'm gonna try and pass it off as the relic. Oh hell. I guess it was obvious because I got a 5.
You don't have any bonuses to your sleight of hand?
No, it's terrible.
Oh, God.
I'll just go ahead and roll. Okay, I got a natural 20. So
Oh my God.
It didn't matter. So, puts out his hand for you to return the relic. You then, in return, put a python in his hand. He looks down at it, and he looks at you, and then he looks down at it, and then he looks at you, and he says, "Are you serious?"
My bad. The two look pretty similar. And I take the python out of his hand. I go, "Here is the relic," and I try and hand him yet another python.
Okay, roll because I got a natural 20. Roll with disadvantage.
Oh, well, it's hurting worse than last time. How about a 4?
So he takes the new python. He then puts his index finger and his thumb on it to pinch it. He reaches back and he's gonna throw it at you and try to stab you.
Oh, God.
I got a 3, so I miss. It goes, whew, flies right past your head. So the initiative will begin. He is actively attacking you now.
But he's off of our buddy now, right?
Yeah, he's off of Balshot now.
Hell yeah.
So Zane, it's actually your turn.
Oh, sweet. Let's see. Can I try and make like a contested strength check to knock him over?
Sure.
Well, I got a 6.
Oh my
What
goodness.
is up with these rolls?
Your rolls are like mine the other
Well,
day.
I got a natural 1 plus 4 is 5. So
Oh, thank God.
I guess that when he threw that python at you, it kind of threw him off balance.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
funny,
go
it was
over
off.
to him. You slide your way over to him with your slime feet. You're going to shoulder bash him, which sends him off his feet and onto his butt. What a sight to see.
A giant goo blob fighting a
To the
skeleton.
untrained eye, it would look like a slime wave just smashed into a minotaur.
Yeah, I tried to like resemble Kung Fu Panda, like belly slam.
Belly slam. So yeah, he's knocked out on his feet. Gabe, it's now your turn.
Let's see. So he's already down on the ground. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna try to go ahead and just use while he's on the ground, like go up to him, use like one thing of my key points for Fury of Blows and hit him a couple times.
Oh yeah. And kick him while he's down.
Go ahead and roll for your key points.
Let's see, I got 18 for the attack roll.
Oh,
All right,
hell yeah.
that'll definitely hit.
Okay, so I got 2 3s and a 1, and then plus my dex modifier. That's plus 4 to all, so that's 7, 7, and 5.
Good gravy.
Hell yeah.
That's some hefty damage. All right, so you deal 19 damage to him. While he's down, you just keep on badgering him with blows as he's laying down on his back. Well, I guess he'll use all of his movement speed to stand up because it's his turn. You guys don't understand what's going on. I need the artifact. And he's going to make an attack roll again at you, Zane. So I think whoever has the artifact, that's where his full attention is going to be.
That makes
but he
sense.
fails. He just whoosh,
Oh
whips
my
right to your
gosh.
head.
I'm gonna use a. Am I able to speak to him right now?
Yeah, sure.
God, you're a pathetic guardian.
Stop it! It's my first time in hundreds of years.
I'm gonna point and laugh at him.
You see like a tear go down his face.
Oh my God, I'm almost convinced to give him the artifact. This is so sad.
So now it's Balshot's turn, and he's gonna go, all right, enough of you. And he waves his wand, and a bone cage then appears around him.
Whoa.
Trapping him. All right, guys, now finish him off. Quit dilly-dallying.
All right. and then I'm gonna equip my battle axe and I guess try and strike him through the bars.
All right, make an attack roll.
Oh God, I do I get to add my strength to this
Mhm.
roll? Okay, again a 6.
That does not hit. All right, Gabe.
Gets like stuck in the skeleton bars of the cage.
I mean, I guess if he's already in the cage, I mean, I don't have many ranged attacks to hit him through it, so.
Oh, you'll be able to reach him. It's a cage that just perfectly fits him.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
okay. Hmm.
Poke him in the eyes. His empty eye sockets.
I will say, gotta just try to just like grab a hold of his horns and just like try to like bash his head into the bars.
Yeah,
Oh, I
sure.
like that.
I got a 12 for attack roll.
Well, 12 will hit. So, you reach your hands through the bars and grab his horns and start smashing his face against the bar. Go ahead and roll your damage. All right, you dealt 5 damage.
All right.
The Minotaur, he's going to try and break free out of his cage.
Oh.
And he succeeds.
Oh.
He does a powerful shout that breaks the bone cage, shooting the bones all over the place. And then he's going to look at you, Zane.
No. Enough. Leave me be.
Get away.
Oh.
One more chance. Hand me the artifact.
How about I hand you this blade? And then I take a big old swing at him with my axe.
All right, sure. Make an attack roll.
Okay, 15.
That hits.
Nice. Okay. I got a 7. Do I add my strength to that?
No proficiency.
Oh, sad. So just 7.
7. All right. So you say that and then lunge your axe into his face. He is not moved at all. He is stone cold. He's shocked that you did that to him during his monologue, but also a little surprised at how powerful that move was. So he's gonna like pinch your axe and then like take it out of his face, and he goes, "Well, I guess I got my answer." So, Gabe, it is now your turn.
Like audibly gulp, like gulp.
Let's see. We can't really tell how close he is to dying yet, can we?
With the cracks and wounds on his chest and now the visible crack on his face, I'd say he's bloodied.
Ooh.
Okay. So I don't have many of these, but I guess I'll go ahead and just try to use one more key point and try to do a Fury of Blows again.
All right, make an attack roll.
Let's see. I got a 13.
That hits.
Ooh.
Roll
Nice.
3d4.
Let's see. 19 again.
Oh, man. So you just go to town on his chest. Just Bruce Lee over here. Go. Master Splinter, in fact. Just going to town on his chest. He then drops down to one knee. If you're going to want me to stop pursuing that artifact, you're going to have to end me. And then Balshot from behind, he goes, okay. And he points his wand out, and you see a beam of light shoot out from his wand, just disintegrate the Guardian.
Oh my God. Damn, I almost feel bad for the guy.
And he sees the surprise on your face, and he, what? He said you'll have to kill me, so I did.
No, yeah, I mean, like, you didn't do anything wrong, per se. It's just, my God, he's gone. Like,
Well,
his ass.
He put up a good fight. Hey, he was already gone. He was a skeleton.
Okay, you know what? Good point.
I mean, like he said, who remembered him? He had been down there for hundreds and hundreds of years. There's no way that any of his family or friends are still alive.
Yeah, you know what? In fact, I've already forgot about him.
So you've now regrouped this. It is now midday. However, it is as dark as night, with dark clouds covering the sky, the blue beam of light coming from the city, and the fires now engulfing the town below the plateaued city. What do you guys do?
I would say it was like, yes, we got the artifact. Let's make it back to that the necromancer that brought us back so we can give him the artifact.
I agree.
Screw the city. We're going to our master.
Yeah, I give Balshot a blobby thumbs up.
All right, so you guys go back to the cave from whence you were revived. So you go down to the cave, but immediately greeted with some interesting things. First of all, the cave is no longer lit. There's no torches mounted on the sides of the walls. And then as you walk further, you notice that all the rituals, all the decorations, all the furniture, everything is gone. Nothing to even resemble a human presence here, except a single sheet of parchment stabbed on the side of the wall with a knife.
Okay. I guess we examine it.
Yeah.
So you approach the parchment, and it is a note from the wizard himself. Location compromised. Had to move. Next base, Borderland Town. Meet you there. Abandoned Shack. TTYL. And then at the very bottom, it says Karnok.
TTYL.
KHARNOK.
Okay. Well. Well, I look at my furry compatriot and I go, well, do you know where that town is?
I was never one to learn maps. I don't know where this is.
Oh, that's no good. Balshot, what about you?
Not a clue.
Well, I suppose like a leaf in the wind, we can go meander back to that town that we just torched. Figure out if we can't find like a cartographer, maybe some map guy.
Yeah, I guess that's our best bet. It's the only town that we are close to at the moment.
So you guys make your way out of the cave, and the entire town is on fire. It looks like it's being pillaged right now. But you also notice a very, very strange sight. Zombies and skeletons are dragging people out from the town into the woods, kind of parallel to you guys.
Ooh. Oh well, they're on our side. And I just keep meandering towards the town.
Yeah, I was say maybe we'll mimic what the zombies are doing. Maybe we'll grab people and just follow wherever they're taking them.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Since we already kind of look like zombies, anyways.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
So do you guys want to like make your way to the nearest zombie and talk to them?
Could do that.
Or like, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna follow Ratman's lead. Or lead.
I was gonna grab somebody from the town and just like do the same thing they're doing, just dragging them and following wherever they're going.
Okay. While you do that, I'm gonna try and find like a town map or maybe like a city plan.
Yeah. While I'm trying to find somebody to rescue.
Yeah.
Balshot, he says, I don't know if we should go back into that city. I could use my magic to just talk to one of the zombies and maybe figure out where they're heading.
Well, I suppose that's a good idea.
Yeah, I was like, Balshot, you do that. And I'm just gonna keep like trying to find someone that's like running and screaming, just be like,
okay. Gabe, go ahead and make a sneak check. And while you do that, I'm going to walk over to a zombie with Zane. So, Balshot and Ozen the Oozen, you make your way over to the line of zombies and skeletons dragging humans. As people cry and scream and you hear the dragging of bodies against the ground, you see Balshot cast a spell on one of the zombies, and he kind of stops and looks at you. Yes, what do you want? I'm looking for Borderland. Do you know where that may be? Yes, it's on the border of Recloth and Delfondo. That's why it's called Borderland. You see, it's actually a gateway town into Delfondo, the Hobgoblin territory. He goes, yes, but I need cardinal directions. Like, where do I go? He says, you see that road over yonder? Yes, I do see it. Take that road, just keep on going straight, you'll make it there. However, If you'd like to meet the final destination, the Grand Wizard, maybe you should come with us. Maybe grab some people and follow us. Bring them as sacrifices, you know? And you see Balshot scratching his face, and he says, the Grand Wizard? Sacrifices? I need you to elaborate. He goes, sorry, time's up, and you see the spell wear off.
Oh.
And he then turns his face back to the line and continues on his way. Gabe, what did you roll? Or
I got a 17.
all right, so you make your way into the town, successfully sneaking around. I don't think anybody really cares to look at you anyway, unless they were afraid of your zombified self. You do notice a large commotion, roaring and smashing in the distance. You can't see what's going on, but it seems like it's past a tavern into an alleyway, probably close to, if not on top of the Dungeon of Remembrance, where you and Zane adventured down.
Okay.
So if there's any place to kind of stay away, it would be over there.
Yes.
But you do notice a unconscious man at a food stand. It looks like he's been attacked.
Let's see. All right. So I will try to grab the unconscious man and just try to drag him out of there.
All right. So you join the line and
Kidnapping this hot dog stand worker.
All right. Zane, you and Balshot notice Eekery carrying him to the edge of the woods. What do you guys do?
Eekery, where are you going?
I'm following them. You saw my plan. Let's see where they're taking us to.
Okay, well, I'm gonna point to the road. I go, oh, Borderlands that way. Just catch up later. I trust in his monk speed.
All right, so are we splitting the party?
I guess.
Okay. All right, so Zane, you get on the road to Borderlands, and
I want my body back.
Eekery, you are continuing on with the horde. We'll go ahead and stick with Zane first. So Zane, Ozen the Oozen and Balshot are now on the road. It is pretty peaceful besides the dreary sky above. Not really much going on. Is there anything that you'd like to do on the road?
Let's see here. You know what? I guess I've never examined Eekery. What kind of like humanoid is he? Is he alive?
Eekery is not with you. It's Balshot.
Yeah, my bad. I got my wires crossed.
Balshot, he looks to be humanoid, but he's like the epitome of a necromancer. He's got the full getup, half alive, half dead, the wizard wand, everything.
To bond our friendship, I would like to offer him one of my rations. However, I don't know how long I've been dead for, so I'm not sure if it's expired.
So you hand him one of your rations, and he goes, no thanks. I don't eat.
Oh, okay. I noted.
All right. So we then cut to Eekery. You are paired with a skeleton, Eekery. You and a fellow skeleton are dragging some people behind you, and you make your way through this forest. However, these guys know where to go. You do not have it, so you're just kind of following along.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the center of the horde, just following them.
Mm-hmm. So the skeleton, he looks at you, he goes, man, I'm really excited. I've been dead for 1,000 years, and I finally get to meet my master.
Yes, I'm very excited too. I wonder where we're heading to.
He like looks at you strangely. You don't know where we're heading?
Oh, I've only been alive again for very short. I haven't been informed. I've just been following.
He's going to scratch his head. He goes, yeah, but we all know. We've all only been alive for a short time.
I'm just a little slower than most.
I could tell.
God.
Do you even know who our master is?
Of course I do. He's the Grandmaster. He's the best necromancer that's ever lived.
No. He's not the best necromancer to ever live. He's the best wizard there ever is, and ever will be.
Yes, you're right. How silly of me. And we shall live and our new life gloriously.
Yes. Whatever you say. He looks a little bit awkward as you guys trudge on. We now kind of cut to a side by side of both Eekery and Ozen traveling along the way. You both actually make it to Del Fondo. However, you make it at separate locations. So, Zane, you actually remember this spot. This was your final battle. As you reach a cliff, you look down and you notice the red Arizona sand of Del Fondo. And you see the kind of blending of forest green and sand. And on that blend, there's a 9-foot tall wall. And then you notice circled in city.
Oh, this is too familiar. Let's just get to the city.
So you and Balshot make your way down the hill and into the city. Eekery.
I'm just surrounded by PTSD.
This episode and last episode.
Where I go.
This episode and last episode have just been a real doozy for you.
I know. I'm about to roll for psychic damage.
So, Eekery, you notice a similar sight, except you notice the wall. You don't notice the city because you're far away from it, but you notice that the wall that you're walking to has been torn down.
Mm.
And the zombie clot that you saw earlier, it seems that there are 2 new ones, and they're the ones tearing down the wall.
Okay, so the zombies are doing the damage here.
So then, when the wall finally crumbles down, all of you guys make your way through the wall and into the next lands. So we're going to cut back to Zane now. Zane, you enter the city, and it's a bustling town. Several things are going on. Several activities are on their way. It seems like that whatever goods or whatever services this town provides, it's like a 24-hour type deal. So, and you notice just several groups of people just constantly working on something, either constructing buildings, putting up food stands, or logistically moving large stone slabs and stone blocks across the city. So you and Balshot need to find an abandoned hut.
Okay. And are they reacting to my blobby self at all, or are they kind of chill with the whole undead thing?
You know what? That is a fair question.
Don't mind me. I'm just.
Are you purposely trying to cover up or no?
Well, that's the only issue is I'm like looking at my equipment, and all I really have to cover up is leather armor.
You do have that torn robe that I gave you.
Okay, yeah, no,
so
I'll
you
just
could
robe
like
up.
shrink and like cover into it.
Yeah, I can try and use my amorphous body to to try and fit into this torn robe. Look like an old man.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, please be kind. Okay, let's see here. How about a 12?
A 12. All right. So you cover up, and Balshot, he's already in a large black robe. So all he has to do is keep his arms on the inside, and now he looks mysterious. By this time, it is now nighttime for both of you. It has been a long day's worth of traveling. The clouds finally parted. You can see the clear night sky with the moon hanging high, but you are now very far away from the ground zero. Eekery, we are now back to you. It seems that we are finally making it to the final destination for these zombies. And you see a torn down black castle. A really contrasting sight to the red desert. You then make your way into the castle, and you are now in a hall that the roof has been torn off, and you see all the zombies and skeletons putting people in cages. And there's an open cage right in front of you if you want to put your person.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw my person in the cage.
All right, so you throw your person in the cage, and you see a green flame ignite where the throne's supposed to be. People, zombies, skeletons alike. Thank you. The time has come for me to return to this land. Only a few more days before I finally return in my full magnificent form. Remember, retrieve my artifacts, hand them to my servant. And you notice a really pristine looking skeleton in really nice dark black knight armor. Very menacing looking, sharp edges all over his armor. We need those artifacts in order to revive me. So, retrieve the artifacts no matter the cost and bring them back here. And then I will return to the plane and we will dominate the world together. And you hear all the zombies and skeletons cheering and really disgusting guttural roar. This does not seem to be Karnak. Does not look anything like him. And the color patterns as well are different. So the color patterns here are like dark green, whereas the ones over in the city were like bluish green.
So it looks like another wizard is trying to get the same artifacts that our Karnak is trying to get.
We could have a second wizard sugar daddy. Give us our bodies.
The green flame stays there, and you see him monitoring the zombies and skeletons as if he were like a big brother, like the all-seeing eye. He goes, No, put the cage a little to the left. More, come on, a little bit. Yeah, right there. All right, now chain that one up and start dragging it up to the ceiling. Yep, oh, too high. And you see him kind of nitpicking everything. And then, you there! And he points at you. Don't seem to remember you, and I remember all my pretty little children. All the skeletons then arm themselves, and they're pointing their weapons at you. The dark clouds have parted. You now see Farron in all of its destructive beauty after the onslaught from the undead. You guys have walked down the plateau and now are at the bottom level city below Farron. And you guys have several options and an objective. The soon-to-be Emperor commanded that you investigate the whereabouts of the people who started the undead onslaught and to stop them at any means, or you guys will be executed. Now that you guys are at the bottom of the cliff, the moon is bright and high after the dark clouds from the undead have parted. What do you guys do?
Well, I know I have to go bury my grandfather, so I gotta do that first.
Alrighty. And Cody, what do you do?
I am gonna go see if I can find a place for, like, I guess a room for the night.
Well, Vargyr, if you want, you can stay at the tavern, see what rooms are available. You can just stay there.
As long as it has a room to stay in.
I think one of them has to have a roof. Let's put it that way. And I don't think anyone else is staying there currently.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll go to the tavern.
So as you guys begin walking to the tavern, you notice Uda, the purple-robed NPC who's been helping you guys, kind of stirring behind you guys. He looks visibly upset.
Well, I'll turn around.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just ask him, hey, what's troubling you? I know and appreciate for helping us back there, but what seems to be bothering you?
Yeah, of course. I'm really frustrated because I needed to talk to the Emperor, but he cut us off. We have got to find out who did this so that we can get back into the throne room.
Well, it sounds like we got a job to do, because I need to understand why this happened and why basically all of Recloth has been destroyed currently.
In fact, would you guys be able to help me sneak into the castle? The message that I have for the Emperor is very important.
I have to do something first with burying my grandfather, then I would gladly help, if it's for the sake of Recloth itself.
It's much more important than Recloth, but maybe we can plan and strategize, see what the best opportunity is. And then you see him kind of quiet down. So you guys then go back to the tavern, and it is really badly damaged. The clot zombies really did a number on the buildings in that alleyway, number one. And number two, the mausoleum explosion punctured several holes in the roof,
Mm-hmm.
including one piece of debris that has smushed your grandfather.
I guess, well, I'll try to slowly remove what debris I can off my grandfather and somewhat clean up the place before I go off and bury him.
Cody, there are definitely many rooms open, as since this is so close to ground zero, a lot of people are as far away as possible from it.
Okay, I guess I'll just look for the cheapest room that's currently available.
Well,
Well,
Flint is
it's
actually the
free of
owner.
charge. So
Oh, free of charge? Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
choose
I'll
wherever
just
you want.
take.
There's no one. There's no one here. Just don't
I'll just
take
take one of the
my
rooms
siblings'
then.
quarters and all that. But the rooms upstairs that's not damaged or
Yeah, I'll
anything.
just
You're
take one of
welcome
the
to.
rooms.
So Uda will also follow suit. He will find a random room and sleep in it. So Charles,
Yes.
Flint begins cleaning up the debris in kind of a solemn manner. It's a very sad day as all of your siblings have been captured and your grandfather dead. You now have your grandfather and take him to the edge of the woods. And, well, I guess, where do you want to bury him?
I think there was probably somewhere that my grandfather would like to sit and watch, like kind of like get away from the town itself, kind of like on the outskirts, sit next to. There's probably a tree he liked sitting at, pretty much like
Sure.
that.
And you know this spot vividly. Your grandfather has taken you here many, many times. So, you carry your grandfather's body to the edge of town by this old kind of decaying tree. Your grandfather found beauty in this tree, kind of in its dying state. He found it almost relaxing, seeing as himself getting so old, he may be one with the tree someday. So, and now you're fulfilling his wish. You bury a deep enough hole to put your grandfather and then enclose it with his body in it. However, make an investigation check.
Let's see, what's my investigation? Okay, +2. Well, I didn't roll well. That's a 9.
You make your way back to the tavern. And I'm guessing you're going to sleep in your bedroom?
Correct.
All right. So you guys all go to sleep. It is now the beginning of day 2. So, what do you guys do?
Well, I guess. What's the NPC's name? I forget.
Oodagh, Oodagh.
Okay. Well, like Uda mentioned, the night before, we need to come up with a plan, to go into the king's castle.
So he walks downstairs, and Cody, do you do the same?
Yeah.
So you three are now in the middle of this tavern. You hear kind of a commotion outside, but you need to address something first. What is Uda holding, and how can he deliver the message? Due to him being restrained by the guards, he was not able to speak up or get close enough to the emperor to give a message. So, you guys have a couple of choices here. You can try to investigate what happened, and kind of go forward with the emperor's message, or go forward with the emperor's command. You can try and sneak Uda back up into the castle and deliver the message. Or I guess you could stay around town and try and help clean up. But before you guys begin your meeting, Uda says, "All right, now to the plan. What are you guys thinking? I need to get to the emperor in any means necessary, whether that means we fulfill his command and look for the people who started all this crap, or you guys can help me sneak back up into Farron and get me close enough in order to talk to the emperor."
Look, I'm not looking to get arrested, so
Well, I guess we can investigate. Maybe there is a back door or kind of like a secret entrance inside, maybe. But we kind of see what we got going around here first, because we have had a good chance to investigate here which may lead to further clues.
That's fine. Whatever. Just whatever gets me closer to the Emperor. I need to see him. So, as he says that, Bemir kind of like grips your shoulders, Cody, and he says, "That one is most peculiar. But remember, we must stay on task, and whatever happened in that mausoleum is our destiny." So, you guys now step outside, and immediately you're greeted by a group of townsfolk and peasants who survived the undead onslaught. And you hear a lot of wailing and a lot of yelling. And you notice kind of almost like a spokesperson in the center of this crowd trying to calm the crowd down.
I guess, well, we don't really need to look into the crowd, for say, because they're still dealing with the aftermath of yesterday. So I guess we can explore the source of where all this happened.
All right. Do you agree,
Yeah.
Cody?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys then make your way into the alleyway connected to the tavern and into the graveyard. You walk close to the graveyard and you notice the center of the grave where the mausoleum stood has sunk down into a sinkhole. And at the bottom, that is where Cody you kicked over the pedestal last episode.
Okay.
Let's see. And if I remember correctly, I did see Vargyr jump down into that pit, basically.
Yes.
So and I look towards Vargyr and say, "I saw you jump down there. Do you happen to remember anything off the top of your head that you saw down there, or anything?"
Oh, I guess I relay about the pedestal where it looks like something would fit in it.
Yeah, so there was a pedestal and it looked like something was missing, Indiana Jones style. But Cody, make a history check.
Boy. Okay. 1 second. 19.
With a 19, you remember two sets of footprints. One kind of like a green blob being dragged against the floor. And I say green because there were drops of green slime in that kind of set of prints. And then the other sets of prints kind of looked like large animal footprints.
Can I follow those?
At the bottom, it looked like they just walked into a wall and disappeared. The only conclusion that you could come up with is that they climbed out after the explosion. With your 19 history check, you're remembering back to the other episode.
Can I see about where? Yeah, can I see approximately where the footprints might show back up again?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
For your good old ranger tracking skills over there.
17.
With a 17, you walk around the sinkhole and you look for prints that would kind of correlate with the prints down below, and you find nothing.
Oh, so they didn't climb out.
So I guess, well, let's go jump in down or get down inside and see what we can find else down there. I have a theory. What if there's a secret entrance down there, or they retraced their steps, leaving no other traces to another entrance down there? That's my kind of thinking right now.
Ooh, what could it be?
Something's off. Or there might be a spell like similar, like in our Star Wars one. My character had a thing where they can undo their tracks and leave no trace of their footprints or anything.
Pass without a trace?
Yeah,
Possibly.
I was kind of like similar, but it was like whatever they had in their system.
Mm-hmm.
To where like I don't have difficulty with terrain and I can just run and leave no trace. It was something like that.
Well, if I could tell you, well, that would be a lie. I can tell you, but I won't tell you.
Yeah, I know. I have a gut feeling that something's down there in that pit. Because it would be too obvious for them just to get up and go. So who knows?
True. Very true. Yeah, so you guys walked around the sinkhole and looked for the prints. There are no prints. So now you both need to make an athletics check to climb down the cavern.
This is going to be fun. Alright, let's see. Okay, I rolled a 12. I have +0 to strength and all that, so I'd say that's pretty good for me.
Got 12.
That is That's insane. We all rolled a 12. That's insane. All right, well, this goes for everyone. You guys all safely climb down the sinkhole all the way to the bottom. You see a small 15-foot radius room with the broken pedestal at the bottom. The prints are still there. You see the asymmetrical blob-like prints in the ground with green sludge in them, and then you also see the large animal footprints as well. But besides that, there's nothing besides a door. It seems like the tracks come from the door, but they don't go back in the door.
I guess, well, if I could take a look at the footprints and see where the footprints all of a sudden they stop like towards the wall when you think someone will go up and like climb up.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's another 12.
You see the same thing that Cody saw the other day. Just two footprints that walk up to the wall and then disappear. The only feasible option is that they climbed, but as you guys know, there were no footprints or tracks at the top of the sinkhole.
Watch me, they just flew out of there.
Possibly, because we have no clue who. Well, one's animal type humanoid, while the other one's like a slime goo monster of some kind.
What if can I touch the part of the wall that they
Sure.
supposedly went through?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation check.
Nat 20.
There you go.
You touch the wall and you don't feel anything. However, something noticeable when you get close up to the wall, it's singed as if something energy like was on the wall.
What do you mean, like?
Some form of magic, energy, or fire burnt a perfect circle into the wall.
Oh, so they Doctor Strange their way out of here.
Really?
That's what it looks like.
Is there any way for me to determine what made that?
With a natural 20, I'll let you roll Arcana with advantage.
I got a 19.
There you go.
Dang, high roller today. So this is obviously a magical portal. They teleported out. And with your experience with hunting monsters and demons, this is a necrotic portal. Somebody honed their necrotic energies to create this portal.
Okay, so we have no way of tracking out where they went.
Unfortunately, I do not think so. Which means we can see how they got in, and we can see what this door leads underneath to see how they got in here in the first place. Maybe that'll lead to more answers.
Yeah.
But we'll try carefully just in case that it goes directly underneath the castle for some reason. Because we don't know where this leads in the first place.
Exactly.
So you guys open the door, and as soon as you open the door, a room full of rocks just pours into the door, pours into the new room. So whatever was back there has been crushed.
That's lovely.
So like it's been caved in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know how much debris is there to move out of the way, and more can just be flooding in. So I take it that we're not going to find any answers of any kind that way.
Most likely no.
And there was nothing particular about the podium that besides there was something that was placed on it initially, but it was, you kicked it over Vargyr, but that was pretty much it. So I take that this is...
Well, I remember specifically that the podium held something, so I don't know, maybe we could ask around to see what the mausoleum significance is.
Yeah,
I guess.
this was supposed to be unknown in the first place too, so maybe it could possibly that only a few people may know, but we can ask around and see.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys retain your 12 athletics checks to get up the sinkhole. So you guys climb out of the sinkhole, and it seems like all the people left of the slums of Farron are the people in that town meeting.
And who is the one addressing everybody?
It just looks like some sort of town spokesperson. He looks exactly the same as the rest in his attire. He holds himself a little bit higher, literally speaking, because he's like preaching from some sort of high ground.
I guess since they're still there, we can kind of like walk towards there like a little bit to kind of see if we can hear what they're saying, if it's anything of importance, then we can kind of listen in more. But besides that,
Yeah.
we can go somewhere else. And since we're walking over there, before we leave too far from the tavern, I'm going to put a close sign on it before I leave.
Of course. Gotta let people
And
know
like
that you're out
funny
of town.
quotations like gone fishing or something. It's just like it's closed.
That's perfect. All right, so you do that. You write closed and in quotations, gone fishing, and you put it on your front door. Sadly, it's just barely holding on, seeing that your tavern is also
Yeah.
almost about to fall apart. So then you guys make your way to the town center where what's left of the people are gathered. And a spokesperson is shouting from the midst of the people. People, I know, but if we want to save our friends and family, we have got to get reorganized. The nobles have cut us off, locked the front gates of Farron to keep out the hordes of undead just in case they return. So we are on our own. We must come together as a people and restore our beloved town. And then you hear several people chirping in and arguing with the spokesperson.
Okay. So their defenses, well, the getting into the castle itself seems like it's going to be harder than it seems.
Uda is visibly angry with this statement.
But we can still see if there's any other like secret entrance of anything that's been checked for whatever reason. Like for example, if there's like a king's secret patches to where if something were to happen, he could escape from. Maybe there's an entrance like that of some kind.
Do you want to do that right now, or are you going to continue poking and prodding around
Um,
the group of people?
I don't know. I figured we can either maybe do a little bit of both, kind of work our way towards to see, like scout wise, see what basically what kind of guards or security we have.
What specifically do you guys want to do as you kind of scout the village?
I would say just basically get a general idea of like how well they said everything's or people are getting refused to go speak to the king in the castle pretty much. So see like how much security or like guards are actually there, and then for one, we'll most likely if we do this, it will be at night. But since it's daytime, we need to see what we can basically.
All right. Well, then go ahead and make a perception or an investigation check.
Not good for me. That's a 4.
I got 16. Or I guess 17 with my modifier.
You guys begin meandering closer and closer to the castle, trying to make it look like you're being nonchalant and just kind of checking the damage of the town. As you get closer and closer, Charles, you don't really see anything of importance. Nothing very notable or outstanding that would help you guys help your case. Cody, you notice that the land bridge leading up to the castle, up to the plateau, is pretty heavily guarded. There are guards at pretty much every milestone of the land bridge, at the very bottom, in the middle, and then all the way up at the gate, which has been closed.
I relay this to everybody else, but so I don't know. How do we want to do this?
So, I know, well, the kings want this to be discreet, but we could try to say, hey, we have a question to ask, like, an advisor or the king himself. Like, hey, we had a question about our mission, yada yada, which we gotta figure out what question that is because, well, trying to get in there is like, hey, we have a question, but we don't have a question, so we can get the message that Uda wants to get to the king himself. And if not, then we start investigating and see what happens because we don't have a way to deliver that message.
Okay. So does he actually have like a written message, or is it something that he just, you know?
Like a verbal message, or is it like paper?
Why don't you ask him?
Okay. So Uda, was the message that you have? Is it like a verbal message that you can give to him, or is it a like physical like piece of paper or something?
It's a verbal message, just a message between me and him only. It's very secretive, but vital to the integrity of the material plane.
I guess. Does the well, I'll probably have to investigate more, but does like I know like a general area of like, that's where might the king's quarters be, and there might be a window of some kind up there.
You guys did walk through the capital as you were making your way to the throne room. So you have general ideas. However, Farron sits on top of a very high plateau. So climbing it would be very difficult.
Because I
And
don't think
then
we'll be climbing that anytime soon.
and then once you climb the plateau, you then have to climb the walls to get into the city.
Because I have an idea. Maybe we is there any like type of like messenger pigeon or like a bird we can send like a message through to the king itself? Would that be a
Are you
possibility?
asking me or are you asking Uda?
Well, we'll ask Uda. See, because I know the importance of it, but if it would be a good idea instead of trying to get in there ourselves, why don't we just send a bird of some kind up there, deliver the message personally?
Listen, just get off my back about this, okay? Like it has to be done my way or everything that we know could be at jeopardy. Okay,
Which
so
I understand. I was just trying to see if there's any alternate ways. But
no,
I
no,
understand.
it has to be done this way. I have to talk to him verbally, man to man.
Alrighty,
On
sounds good.
okay, as they discuss whatever they're discussing, would
Yeah.
I know if there's like a monster hunters guild in town around?
No,
I would
because
think that I would at least have somewhat of an idea.
because you just walked into town looking for the Monsters Hunter Guild. That's why you were in the tavern in the first place.
Yeah,
Did I ever get an answer on it? Because I honestly don't
yeah.
remember.
Fortunately I didn't roll good enough. So at the time, no. It seemed like all the job postings that were available were already taken up by the um, mercenaries and the king that hired to clear out any monsters of any kind at the time. So that would be a no for that.
Yeah, seeing that the coronation was so close, all the jobs had already been taken.
Mm.
Who knows? There might be up one there now. No, no. Because clearly there's monsters about now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check to see if there are any at the moment while they do their thing.
Well, the job board is at the front of the town, kind of next to the town center and next to that group of people. So you guys would have to turn around.
Yeah.
I'll do that if the other two want to keep talking.
So as you guys start walking towards the job board, Uda says, "So we're just giving up? Like I literally told you guys how vital my message is."
Yes, I understand, but maybe there's a good chance on that job board that may be something related to the king that gets us in. But who knows? There's going to be quite difficult to get in there.
Okay. Well, okay. Maybe just maybe we can postpone it if it means that we get to the emperor. I just need to see the emperor face to face at some point. And
We're not
maybe
doing this for free, are we? Because that's gonna be like a
Yeah,
big factor into how fast we'll get this done.
is we never got a price. We were told we had to do it or we're dead.
the price is your head.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting paid. So
Well, I mean, I don't typically stay in a town for long anyway, so I'm not in that much of a rush because it's just exile at this point.
Charles will be exiled because he has family roots.
Yeah.
I think you and Uda will be executed.
And that's part of the
But
reason why I
I'm
want to
for
go find a
sure-
monster hunters guild.
But I'm for sure that they will just execute me too because they want no one knowing anything.
So Uda then finishes, okay, if it means we put my mission on hold so that we can get closer to him, I'm okay with that. Let's find whoever started this and whoever took whatever item was on that pedestal.
To find out what the item was first.
Yeah. And then which will hopefully lead us to whoever started this.
So he goes, yeah, whatever. He's obviously exasperated. So you guys then walk towards the job board. You pass the screaming townsfolk to your right and then make it to the front of the village where the job board is posted. However, it seems that the soon-to-be Emperor's Guard are already 10 steps ahead of you guys because all the jobs have been ripped off because you see nails and like uh, torn pieces of parchment where job listings may have been. And in a large, very majestic piece of paper with a signed seal from the soon-to-be Emperor stating information on the most recent attack, 10,000 gold pieces.
So that's our payment, kind of. We just had to get the information first.
Yeah. Is there like anybody nearby?
Yeah, that huge crowd who are arguing with the squire.
And are they still arguing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, does he look like at least like does he look like he knows where stuff might be?
The way that he's trying to direct the people, yes.
Okay, since he's probably not going to hear me whatsoever, I am just going to see if I can't push my way up to him.
All right. How about you, Charles?
I want to stay back for now and kind of scout around, like see if there's anyone taking off, like anything suspicious leaving from this crowd.
All right, make a perception check. You and Udo will stay in the back while Vargyr pushes through the crowd. So, Vargyr, you start pushing through the crowd, pushing these sad, hopeless people, trying to make your way to the front. What'd you get, Charles?
And was it a perception or investigation?
It was a perception.
Perception? That would be a 9.
Sadly, you're just kind of looking at a
I'm
sad
just a
crowd.
guy, just in the crowd.
So, Vargyr makes it to the center of the crowd where the spokesperson is standing on a pile of rubble. Listen, guys, listen, please. We have got to come together on this. We have got to pick up the pieces. The coronation is in 30 days. We have got to get the town ready for the new emperor. And then, once we fix up our homes and our houses, then we can go find our friends and family. It should only take us but a couple of days. And then you hear a female shout, but what if our friends and family don't have a couple of days? What if they're on the chopping block right now for crimes they didn't commit? And you hear a loud agreement among the crowd.
Okay. Am I able to push through the crowd?
Yeah, you're at the dead center now.
I'm going to keep trying to push my way. Is the guy in the center or is he like at the front?
He's at the dead center on a pile of rubble.
On top of it. Okay. I'm going to see if I can't lead him, I guess, away. Kind of, I guess, forcefully, but not like threateningly.
All right. He's actively engaging the crowd. So are you just going to kind of grab him and start pushing him?
Or I guess, yeah, push, pull, whatever.
All right. Go ahead and make a contested strength check.
I got a 19. So, dirty 20.
Dang.
Nice.
So you grab him by his shoulder and by his chest and you push him off the rubble and kind of into the crowd. Hey, unhand me. This is not how we handle politics here. We are a civil community. And you start pushing him out of the crowd and into a nearby alleyway.
Well, good thing for you, this is not, anything political, so.
I say, sir, if you rough me up like that, what do you think the crowd will do once you release me?
For one, I barely even hurt you, so don't be dramatic.
Well, what is it that you want? I'm trying to address the crowd and calm them down, and you certainly aren't helping with that.
Well, it didn't look like you were getting anywhere, so no harm, no foul, right?
Make a persuasion check.
15.
He then lowers his guard and starts relaxing a little bit. I guess you're right. Listen, I know I might be asking you of a lot, but could you please help me calm down the crowd and I'll address anything that you need. In fact, if we could just get it out of the way right now, what do you want? Why have you pulled me in this alleyway?
I was wondering if you knew where if there was a monster hunter guild somewhere in the town.
He looks at you very confused, and he says, "Do you really think that the guild will be populated at this time? I mean, half the village has been abducted and dragged to who knows where. I mean, I could direct you to the building, but I doubt that it's inhabited.
Well, it's full of a bunch of monster hunters. They wouldn't really, go down without some sort of a fight,
I mean,
right?
veterans and peaceful townsfolk alike both got abducted yesterday. It is quite possible that those monster hunters are either out looking for their loved ones or are captured. But I mean, sure, I could take you there, but now you're into the deal. Help me soothe this crowd.
I never made a deal.
Sir, I could have you thrown in jail for roughing me up like that.
With what proof?
He kind of
Points
leans
to the crowd.
He leans around using his eyes to point at the crowd.
As unhappy as they are with you, do you think they'd really back you up?
Make a persuasion check.
18.
Dang,
Nice.
killing it today. So he says, oh my gosh. Okay, fine. So the building parallel with the job board, that is the Monsters Hunter Guild. I'm sure if you walk up to it and knock on the door or even enter, you will find a monster hunter or two in there.
Thank you. Now, if you actually do want someone to help you, there's a dwarf and what was the other guy?
A hooded human named Uda.
And a hooded human that would be more than happy to help you with that. And I kind of point out to where they are.
Charles, you notice Vargyr stomping his way towards the guild, and you notice the spokesperson then reclaim his place on top of the rebel. I heard that that man over there, that dwarf, and that human, they have a word of advice for the crowd. And he points at you, Charles.
Okay.
Certainly you have something cheerful or important to address the crowd. Maybe even something from the Emperor. I think I saw you guys getting dragged towards the capital last night.
Now I had the decision to make, because what the Emperor told us is wanted us to be discreet. So do I want to be just go against that or just make something up? I just got to decide here. Because we're still in the capital, so if I say something about what he told us last night, we might get killed. Yeah, I really can't think of anything really. I would just point, look at Uda as like, hey, you got anything? Kind of whisper to him, like, hey, do you have an idea what to say here?
He raises up his shoulders and hands in confusion.
Well, you know what? We're just gonna go for probably the poor option here. We're probably just gonna relay what the king had ordered us to do anyway, why we were sent there in the first place. That essentially, while I look towards the crowd, that the reason why the king and us, we had to see him last night is because he had basically hired / threatened us to see what happened to this, why this occurrence happened with all the undead and people getting kidnapped and everything. And that we essentially have to go figure out why this happened.
Several members of the crowd start shouting, I knew it! The new emperor is up to no good and plans to abandon all of Athoria. And the spokesperson says, Wait! No. And he looks at you, Charles, with anger, flames in his eyes.
Well, I look at him, I was like, well, I didn't say that part. That's them assuming their own opinion. I just know we have to figure out why this happened in the first place.
So the crowd begins to get louder and louder until the spokesperson yells, Stop, wait! So what you're saying is you've been employed by the Emperor to find out where our people have been taken?
For the price of our heads, yes.
It seems that half of the crowd are at peace, and then the other half of the crowd are now enraged, and they then begin picking up pieces of rubble, arming themselves, and they start storming their way towards the castle, towards the plateau. The other half of the crowd, they then surround you and Uda, and they start bouncing, kind of popcorning between each other. Please, save my daughter. Save save my son, save my mom, save my dad. And everyone's just kind of like putting in requests like, please find so-and-so. And it looks like they're like begging for reassurance.
And I basically, like, as they're saying that, I was like, I understand because my own siblings and my grandfather had died during this unfortunate event as well. So, like, consoling them is like, I understand. I'll do the best I can, essentially.
So they then begin thanking you, and some of them begin collecting some money, and they put it in a bag. You know, your grandfather, he really held this town together with that tavern. We'll try and fix it up, but this is for your travels. And they hand you a bag of some money, a donation.
Well, I guess. Well, I'll take it, and as I do, I say, well, I really appreciate it, and thank you, and we'll do the best I can to save as many people as possible.
They then start bowing, showing appreciation, and wishing you the best of luck. But before they stop, the spokesperson pushes through the crowd and looks at you with a deathly stare. The Emperor will be hearing about this.
I have no response to that. We're going to do our job and save as many people as we can.
Good luck. And he turns away in kind of a sassy attitude and makes his way towards the aggressive crowd heading towards the castle. So, now that the crowd has dispersed, we switch over to Cody. Vargyr then makes it to the front door of the guild. It is a 2-story building with kind of a militaristic feel on the outside. Cody, what do you do?
I try to enter through the front door.
So you enter through the front door and you make your way into the lobby, and it's very dark, very empty. Then you hear footsteps coming from the stairs. A kind of older, armored gentleman with a single lit candle makes his way downstairs. Hello. What are you doing here? We're obviously closed.
I'm part of the monster hunters. I flash the patch over to the person.
Huh. I see. Well, I don't change my position. We're still closed. No jobs besides the main one that the soon-to-be emperor has posted. Taken up all our jobs and threw it in the trash. I don't care if posting new jobs because all of our hunters are out looking for the townsfolk that got captured last night.
I am too, but I'm needing some more information since I'm new to the area.
Ah, I see. Came for the coronation, did you?
No. I was here for a job, but that was before everybody... That wasn't until after everybody took them.
Bamir, you feel his ghostly presence over your shoulders. Be careful, kid. Do not give him too much information. And you feel kind of a sickness in your stomach. You know what I'm capable of. And then he disappears as you continue talking. Huh, a previous mission? Like from another guild?
I was simply just wandering in a town looking for jobs, but there apparently were not any.
I see. Well then, what are you doing here? I've already told you that we have no jobs.
Like I said, I'm just looking for information.
All right. You've got 5 minutes. Ask away.